and welcome back to Austin Talks, where today we are covering 2 weeks. We are covering week 22 and week 23. We've got a fair bit of news. We've got some pretty good news this week. But it's not it's I don't know whether you would consider it major, but I mean I like news, so that's the whole point of these videos. So without further ado, let's just get started with the first one, which is, this very, very fascinating. So for those who don't know, there is Christian Bale starred in the iconic American Psycho show. American Psycho was actually a very well-known show at the time, and it was initially famous, and Christian Bale became very famous for this character that he played. And a remake has just been confirmed to be in the works by Lionsgate Productions. When it comes to remakes, I kind of have a love-hate relationship, because when they're actually good originals, there's no point in trying to wreck them. However, I think that they're with American Psycho, it just depends on what your story is. So it just depends on how it's executed, but the same can apply to any remake for that matter. But this isn't the first Lionsgate movie remake, because other ones were actually really well done as well. So I do have a bit of confidence in this. Now, I would need to watch the show fully, I don't know if I think it's a show. I've never seen the actual the original, but to understand the general premise, I do believe he's just a very rich bloke but kills people. Yeah. Now, I hope it isn't a movie where someone just goes around and kills people, because that would be boring. Kind of predictable as well, but let's just hope that's not the case. This annoyed so many people, and I understand why. So, this is some Batman Beyond animated movie concept art. Now, last week there was a leaked concept art which can be seen on screen of Batman Beyond in a movie in the same sort of fashion as Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. And the people love this because they actually thought it was going to happen, but since it's been released, there's been a lot of controversies. Now, the people that actually produced these images are the same people who actually worked on Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. But the controversy is it's only stemming from the fact that WB, or Warner Bros., has looked at this and has started to hesitate. This is what DC needs right now, I think. Now, it is looking to be unlikely, but if you're like me, you'll be praying for this not to be the case. I want this film so much. I mean, they kind of already showed who the villain would be as well. I mean, we just need a good DC film to watch right now, because we have till next year to be for a new DC universe, which doesn't actually promise a good outcome. But I think this would be good as well. So I am really gearing for a Batman Beyond animated movie. We were supposed to get one a while ago, but we never ended up doing so. But I guess we'll see what's on the horizon. Nothing yet has been confirmed. As I said, it probably will be unlikely, but all we can do is hope and pray. More on the DC front. Grant Gustin is to return as the Flash. Now, season 9 has actually now been out for a year, and Grant Gustin is already back on the scene for the role of Flash, with rumors flying around that his return as the Flash is quite common due to his interest in wanting to play the Flash in the DCEU. So Grant Gustin actually was just in an interview recently, and he publicly came out and said that he would be happy to play the Flash in the DCU. And now, take this with a pinch of salt, because it doesn't mean this is actually happening. But the fact that you like playing Flash that much and you'd like to play for the DCEU is good news. But we don't know we don't know if there's a Flash in the universe in the new Superman movie, which we'll get onto a bit later. I mean, until that movie comes out, you won't find out. They may mention Flash, and then they'll consider what do you call it? like what to name them. But the thing is, the Flash, with the new movie and stuff, and then all the plot holes, would just get complicated very quickly. So I think a new Flash in this universe would be good. So this could definitely be a possibility, and I'd love to see him as the Flash again. I would love to. However, due to continuity errors and plot holes and timelines, it may be just a bit confusing because you won't know which way, like, one this is from. Oh, yep, fun. Madam Web 2 potential. Yay. Now, after seeing this movie, I have many questions. And in regards to this subject, why is this crossing producers' minds? Is one of them. So no evidence suggests that this should be the case. No, there is no reason for them to do a second film because it was trash. It's scored between 15 to 20% on Rotten Tomatoes, and believe by the time this was made and now, I think it's actually gone down, and hasn't made half the money it required to even break even. Now, the film did worse than Morbius, which I didn't think was possible. And this movie could go to a couple of storyline routes, but it just would be a waste of money, because people won't want to go and see this. Now, each movie in this franchise, except Venom 1, and I guess Venom as a whole, has been a flop. So just put that into perspective, and then first think about what is going to happen. You know that the Madam Web's 2 is not going to do pretty well, so I don't think this should be even crossing anyone's mind. But, I mean, yes, they have storyline routes, definitely, but it would put them in a very point of bankruptcy. It's not a good look. So, yeah, I guess it's just no, very bad. No. I mean, I don't watch The Quiet Place, so I don't know really have a preferences, but this is not good news apparently. So the Quiet Place 3 was said to be released in 2025 because they were going to release The Quiet Place Day 1 this year. But this movie has no release date whatsoever, and I think this is because they will have they'll see the success with Day 1, because the Quiet Place Day 1 is all to do with the fact that it's like what it was like when this first happened, and then they've already got the first two, and then you get a different perspective. And if this different perspective does go well, then they'll go back to Quiet Place 3. I mean, the first films were actually really well received as well, so now this franchise is really going well, and I don't think this would be an issue, but apart from like the unlikely scenario that this movie doesn't do well, I don't know why this has happened. But it's no longer going to be released. It's no longer going to be released in 2025. It is said to release in 2026, but we can't know for sure when exactly in 2026 it is going to be released. This does tell us then that this is quite uncertain, but a lot now is riding on The Quiet Place Day 1, so we can only hope that does well. And based on the trailer, it looks like a very solid movie. So we only have to wait for until June. Damn, I'm happy about this, but okay. So this is more of a question, but so MCU Fantastic Four Funko Pop already. I appreciate the image may be a bit blurry, but just hear me out for a sec. So on screen there is a selection of Funko Pops that very closely resemble the MCU Fantastic Four. Now, what I mean by this is if you've watched or if you've seen the poster for the MCU Fantastic Four, and you know everyone that's playing them, you know like what this looks like. Now, I am not sure if these are real or fake, but I'm being honest, they look really realistic, and if you look at the poster, these resemble them very well. I'd be happy with these Funko Pops, but I don't think they're like real because of how far away the movie is. I mean, I could be wrong, but I couldn't find them on a website. I couldn't get over the look. I just had to find them on Instagram, which is where I found them. Now, to be fair, if these aren't real, just send them to the manufacturers of Funko, because I imagine they won't say no to this, because these are very realistic and very good. Now that you mention it, because I can see the thing Funko Pop right now. The Funko Pop does look very similar to the one I have. It's just a different design, and I have the Dinjarin. What do you call it? I have the Dinjarin Funko Pop, which is obviously the one without the mask of Mandalorian, and this it does look similar. So yeah, I'm not too sure if I'm pretty certain these are fake, but honestly, I'd rather if they were real, because they do look really, really cool. We've got some Ahsoka Season 2 news. Yeah, So this show has actually been renewed for a new season, and at the start of this year, we have had some news on the subject already after just about a month. Now, while it isn't major news, it is still news at the end of the day, which is good. Because I was really gearing for Ahsoka Season 2. So Ahsoka Season 2 has an official release window, not a date, but a release window. And I think it is likely due to what it's been said in regards to it. So Ahsoka Season 2 is said to be released during the spring of next year. And because of the storyline seems to be made already, they've actually done, their development for this is actually skyrocketed. So Ahsoka Season 2 is looking to be pretty good. Now, just because it's in spring next year, this doesn't mean that's actually when it's going to be released. It could be released before that, because apparently the trajectory of the production is going incredibly well. It was also confirmed that Baylan Skoll, one of the main villains of the last season, will not be recast in this show. And I think this is in respect to the actor unfortunately passing away before the release. So I do think that's good as well, just like as a page of respect. But yeah, Ahsoka Season 2 news, and I'm glad we at least have some sort of when we can expect like a trailer or more news in regards to it, because I remember I didn't really want an Ahsoka Season 2, but I've recently just rewatched it, and I think it's well needed for sure. Yeah, I like doing these. Young Sheldon Season 7 Episode 2 review. Finally. Now, even such a short time, Missy realizes that what being a mum is really like, and delegates, which seems to be a better thing than her mum did. I can't complain. So Missy was delegating chores and complaints in a better fashion than Mary did. I'm just gonna say it. Now, Connie also aims to get more money by having a roulette wheel, and for her sake, it was actually a good idea of making more money, I guess. So Georgie also starts to become more mature, and by the minute, and it was a really good thing to see. And he was also very skeptical about the gambling room as well. So good character growth there, I must say. So the best part was Sheldon being shown up by a 9-year-old, and to be fair, it didn't paint a nice picture on me. She was 9 and had an undergraduate degree in education. Can I just ask, what happened to primary, secondary, and high school? What happened to them? Overall, it was actually a really funny and good episode, but I was like, undergraduate degree at 9? I mean, I know this whole show is about this young kid who's incredibly smart, but you just can't compete with that. And I'm still enjoying this season, and I must say I'm glad that this season is going well. I mean, we've apparently only got how many episodes now? 1, 2. Just realised 16 minus 2. Why am I trying to... 14 episodes left. Actually, well, I've just realised what's after this. Episode 3. So this episode, in some respects, was a tiny bit boring. I won't lie. But it was an overall good episode. But as I said, it was not one of the best I've seen. Now, I love how clueless George is and how easily manipulated he can be. And while that is a flaw in, while that is his flaw in this episode, I like the love lettering between, Mary and George. And I think that was a good implementation by the producers. And Sheldon did some, Sheldon was a bit dull in this episode. However, he did get chased by a dog, which was fun to see. And he lied. Yeah, he lied. Continuity error, just spotted right there. Now this season, as I said, is just really shaping up for right now, and the promo for the next episode is looking pretty good and very good. So now all we have to do really is wait. And now we wait. But alongside the young Sheldon stuff, Miles Morales is to appear in Spider-Man 4. Now, this isn't new, however, it has actually been officially confirmed. Now, day by day we are getting more Spider-Man 4 news, and it comes and we get a hint to what is to come out of this movie, and producers have confirmed that Miles Morales will be making his MCU debut in this movie. Now, this movie will be mainly to do with Spider-Man becoming a street-level vigilante, working alongside people like Daredevil and facing off against Kingpin. Everything we wanted. So Marvel did win, and this movie is to set up a story later for Miles. And now it does seem like this movie is all planned out already. So why can we literally just we literally just really don't know anything about this movie yet? And I want news. I want more news, please. But yeah, honestly, Miles Morales. I'm glad Miles Morales is finally making his debut in the MCU. He was kind of confirmed in No Way Home when he moves into his new apartment, but that was just that could have been edited in. That was never really confirmed. And yeah, I'm glad. And by the way, Spider-Man 4 is actually said to start production late September. So yeah, at least it's all getting started, so we can at least expect it next year. Finally, a confirmation. I've only been waiting 4 years for this film. Yeah, 4 years. Fitting appear to in Spider-Man 4. 4 years. More on the Marvel front. We had some DC news. Now we're on Marvel. So Captain America, A Brave New World update and news. We've got some more news on this. Now, it has been a while since we got some updates on this movie, but we have got some, and it is quite a lot. As we know, the leader is said to make his mutated debut in this movie, but it has been verified that by the producers that his character aims to look like the comic version of his character. Now, he is now a secondary villain. He is now the secondary villain from the first, and the new main villain is said to be the Red Hulk, because they have now trying to get rid of the Serpent Society because apparently it's gone really badly. And these are just a bit of concept art for for Red Hulk, but obviously that's just Harrison Ford looking very red. Because I kind of wanted Red Hulk instead of the Serpent Society, not because I don't really know much about the Serpent Society, but there's so much there to do with Red Hulk, and I know he'll make his appearance in the Thunderbolts, but it's just it's not really there. Now, I know this also does mean that we won't have Seth Rollins in the MCU. This is quite unfortunate, but we have Harrison Ford as Red Hulk. I'm happy with that. If Harrison Ford can be big hulky boy, I'm happy. Oh yeah, forgot about this one. Spider-Man of Superman. Superman 2025 new title, yay! So Superman Legacy has officially started production in Atlanta, which was teased by the fact that an image was released of all of the cast, which can be seen below, in a photo. and it's quite the roster. Now, the logo for the movie was also confirmed, and it looks distinctive and quite cool. Now, it looks like a very much a revamped version of the classic logo, and from the original comics that were released in the 1990s. Lastly, and the title has now changed. So the title of the movie has changed from Superman Legacy to just Superman, which I'm not too sure about, because people may get confused in which one is which. But this may not be the name. It may not be the name, but it's not the end of the world, okay? I mean, it's just a name change. You just have to get it's the one with Nathan Fillion and Nicholas Hoult. That's the way they distinct it. So, yeah, I mean, I'm really excited for this for this movie, and the cast does look very excited for this film as well. And people, I mean, unlike the Flash movie, people who actually want to do the film actually it's usually going to be good. So, we're still just over a year left, but by July, it will be a year until this movie releases. Wow, that feels so long. Not really. Yes, we've got some June Part 2 current reviews. I like June. Very good. Kind of confusing, but good. So I'm yet to find it. I'm really trying to find a negative review for this film, but I can't. Now, I found one, but it isn't much of a negative opinion. It's more of a just... It's a long movie. I don't know what else you're supposed to expect, but apparently people are raving about this movie, and that they are saying it may be the best of the year and the best out of the two movies that have been released. Now, the first movie was really long and it was really confusing, but this movie fills in all of those gaps and more. Now, it has been this has convinced me to go and watch the movie at some point whenever I get the chance, because I will, because I do think the first movie did present us with a bit of unsolved questions. So I'm unsure when I'll be able to watch a 170-minute worth of movie, but I will try and find the time. Because, I mean, this poster is the one I keep on going to, because it looks so good. It is a perfect, a representation of Arrakis, and it's got all the main villains, and then you've got that big sandworm. So, yeah, June Part 2, I will be watching this more than likely after the exams, because I will need something to do. But June Part 2 is on my watch list for sure. We got some more Tron Ares news. I keep on finding news for this. Now, this movie is scheduled to release next year in 2025, and the first teaser was released for this movie this week. Here it is. Now, this teaser is of the villain, or of the main character is also the villain of this movie, named Ares. So, for context, Ares is an evil artificial intelligence interface that went from the technological and took human form and went to the real world. Not confusing at all. Now, this design does look like sort of reminds me of Star Wars, if Darth Vader became artificial intelligence. I haven't watched the other films because they just don't interest me. But I need more context in how this movie works, because it does look cool, but I just don't get it. Now, as I've said, I haven't seen the other films, and if I want to, I'm not too sure if I'm able to watch this independently, but considering we've had about 10 years since the last film, I believe I can. So, I'm pretty sure I will watch the rest. No, I'm not. I don't, because there's just, they have discs and they run on bikes. That is it. That's all I know. So, it depends on how. I may go and, watch a trailer for the film and see what it's like, but honestly, I have no interest in this, unfortunately. We got Ghostbusters: The Frozen Empire, the final trailer. Now, this wasn't exactly a long trailer. It was like a minute long, but it was it was okay. Now, it seemed like more and more we were getting glimpses into the main villain of this story, and it was looking pretty cool, I guess, because I was wrong. It's not the guy from the actual Ghostbusters 2. It's just a different person. Now, this movie is hyped, which is good, and I'm going to see it. I haven't seen it yet, unfortunately, and it is looking to be well based in the box office predictions already. Directors have also said that they have another movie in mind, which is good because this a movie. I think box office predictions are doing well already. Now they will further this idea based on the success of this movie, which is smart. But yeah, I think Madam Web should take notes. But I mean, Ghostbusters 2, I'd be happy. Ghostbusters 3, I'd be happy, and I will be going to see this. And I have actually already saved the date. But yeah, I will be going to see Ghostbusters The Frozen Empire, because I would like to see that the puffy thing we saw in the trailer walk around, and I would hope to get a plushie of that. Oh yeah, more more DC news. So I keep on reading Super as Spider. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow villain has been rumored officially. We recently got the actor confirmed for the role of Supergirl, but now we have even further down the line, but we've got the confirmed villain of this movie. Now, the villain of this movie is said to be Brainiac, which is quite surprising considering Supergirl's arch enemy is Silver Banshee. I mean, you never know, she may make an appearance, but he is more of a Superman villain. But this would be a good way to show independence, leading to a good character development for Supergirl. Now, the more news we get on this movie, the more looking forward to this movie I am. And I've just read the comics, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, and if it is going in the same direction, I do want to go and watch this, because that comic was actually really good. And I would like to see Supergirl with a sword and then just chop over the Brainiac tentacles. I think that'd be quite entertaining. Oh yeah, fun. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 theatrical release. Now I was completely unaware that this movie had already been released on streaming services, but the movie developers have confirmed that due to the success of streaming services with this movie, this will be released theatrically. Okay. The producers have also announced when it should be released in theaters. So I know in many major cinema places it should be released by the end of March, roughly around the 26th to the 28th. However, I do know others are going to release it at the beginning of May. Honestly, not that bad of an idea. This is good because this is when some schools go away for spring break, increasing the chances of people actually wanting to go and watch this film. And I have seen the success of this movie. Very good. I've seen a bits of the movie. Very scary and quite creepy, to be fair. And I'm glad that this is finally doing well, but they recently announced something that I'll get onto. I don't know when I'll get onto it, but it's, oh my god, it's very... it's weird news, very weird news. And just because this film was successful, anyway, let's just move on to the next one. We'll wait till week 25, huh? Oh my god, how we had this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem 2 release date. I've been talking for a while. The first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie was actually a really good success, and we already knew we were getting another movie, and the date has actually been officially confirmed. But it has been a long wait. Now, this movie is set to release on October 9th, 2026, which is over 2 years away, but I don't exactly know what this tells us. I mean, this leaked image does show Shredder, but the first movie was very well as well, and I don't know the plans for this franchise. I do think there's a series upcoming, or a spin-off of some sort, but considering it's 2 years away, I mean, I don't know if it is good or bad, but on the other hand, there is a spin-off, as I said, just coming with Master Splinter. Oh, I didn't know that. With Master Splinter, which was thought about, or it will just be a long wait. Very, very long. But we'll have some, at least this is adding to the roster of 2026. That's always a good thing, I must say. Oh yeah, this thing. Anyone But You potential. Yay! Now I watched this movie and I did review it, and it was a good movie. And there are talks of a second movie already. Now it's looking likely that that this will be the case. However, it just isn't needed to be. Now I wouldn't mind a second movie, but I have one problem with it, and it's the title. Anyone But You 2. I think the title would need to be changed, because the title would just juxtapose the movie plot, which I'm assuming is with them together. But the title would work if they broke up, however, which would just be pointless, because it would just be like as if it went around in a circle. Now, as I said, Anyone But You 2 is said to be is still yet to be greenlit or confirmed, but the title just needs to be changed, in my opinion. I'd be open to a second film, but just not the title. It'd just be confusing. And honestly, I like the dynamic between Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney. So, you know what? Anyone But You 2, I'll definitely go and watch it. Just please change the title. Just change the title. Oh yeah. How many episodes? I think this is the last thing, I believe. Young Sheldon Season 7, Episode 4 review. Now, this season is looking to be very good, and the theory that I had a while back that George never cheated turned out to be true. Yes! I actually ran out of my room, and I was very happy with that. Now, I was very happy since I got a theory right, but that is besides the point. Now, for many seasons previous, everyone coddled Sheldon, but his return has made it so that everyone was equal, and that nobody cared about how he was feeling in that coddling type of way. It's only taken 7 seasons, but yes! That was sort of weird to see Missy doing everything and then Mary feeling left out. Usually is the other way round. But it is a good character development for both, because she's getting a new story, and Missy's actually picking up the pace. And at the end of the day, they did end up bonding over it, because Missy had a boyfriend that ended up unfortunately dumping her, and then resorted to Mary for advice. So I think that's a good character development for both of them, but a bond between them, because they never really had one before, or it kind of died down in the 3rd season. So yeah, I'm glad to see they're gelling back together. And unfortunately, I think we have a while wait until the next episode, or that's episode 6. But Young Sheldon season 7, I was really when season 4 was when episode 4 released their promo, I was like, oh come on, yes, I know this is gonna be a good episode. So Young Sheldon, I'm really liking season 7. I'm just gonna say it, I really am. So everyone, that is the end of today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. Now I know that's been a long video. I did not intend for it to be that way. But yeah, anyway, so without further ado, I do hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and do comment what else you would like to see on the channel. And without further ado, I hope you all have an amazing and wonderful day, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!